Okay, so the solar plexus, this energy center, this part of you, is kind of the space where manifestation starts to occur. So we start with the foundation, the root chakra. We make sure all of our basic needs are met. We make sure we feel safe. We make sure that we are nourished, right? So we get the sleep that we need, we get the food that we need to eat. Then we move into the sacral chakra, and this is the space where emotions can flow. This is the space where we learn how to manage our emotions, allow our emotions to flow through us. And it's important. I spoke when I did the sacral chakra on how it's important to feel our emotions. The sacral chakra is also the space where kind of dreams are born and creativity is sparked. It's that space where you get the idea and you can begin to bring that idea up into action. And so the solar plexus is where the action begins to take place. This is the part of you where you realize you have choice and you can take action on that choice. But this is where a lot of us tend to get stuck. We have the dream. The dream was born. We know we need to get things done. That might not be a dream, but the Manipura, the solar plexus, is all about getting things done and getting into action. So here is where many of us get stuck. And so I was talking in my course about how a lot of times when we feel stuck, when we feel like we have these like big goals and these big dreams, but nothing's happening, or maybe you're like kind of like plateaued and, you know, there was a lot of growth and then suddenly nothing, or you're trying to get a business off the ground and it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. A lot of times it's because we're forgetting to look at the chakras below. And we need to sometimes indulge in order to feed and nourish that sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra is all about being spontaneous, playful. It's like that inner child in you. That is where she lives, right? So a lot of times when we're stuck, when you hear someone say, maybe you just need to take a break, sometimes it's really true. And I find this with me often. When I feel really overwhelmed or stuck, sometimes I feel super scattered, like, oh, I got all these things I need to do, and I'm constantly having to write lists, and I'm worrying that I'm going to forget about the things that I need to do. That's like stuck solar plexus energy. It's like when you have energy and no real direction or no real intention. So a lot of times you need to like release and discharge that energy. So feed and nourish the sacral chakra. And sometimes you need to indulge. What happens is when we overindulge, we end up, it becomes a habit. So we might find ourselves scrolling on Facebook for much longer than we should because we have all this extra energy, but we don't know where to put it. We don't have the intention. So we have extra charge, but we're not discharging it properly. So it's just kind of staying in there. So the best way to move out of one of those ruts where you feel stuck is to look at the chakras below, the root chakra and the sacral chakra, and make sure that those are balanced first. So ask yourself, am I sleeping? Am I getting enough sleep? Am I eating properly? Am I nourishing my body? Am I spending enough time in nature? Am I being spontaneous? Am I like every once in a while, you just need to kind of like let loose and bring out that playful part of you. And I always find when I do this, I suddenly become so much clearer. So this is just your reminder to give yourself permission to indulge. Sometimes it is okay to indulge, and it's almost necessary, because if you feel stuck, it's likely your body telling you that you need to take a step back and literally go down the chakras and take care of what's below the doing part of you first. So for me, when I just recently went through this, I mean, this might be a little bit excessive for some, so you don't need to do what I did, but I'm traveling in 9 days. For a trip that I've been very, very excited for. I get to see my family after 10 months. So I'm super excited. And I literally just cleared my entire calendar. I decided that it's not the time right now to take on any extra projects. I cleared my calendar, and now I'm just focusing on doing my yoga, doing what I love, spending time with my kids. So I spent 2 full days outside planting my garden. I was coloring with my kids, lots of walks with the dogs. And then all of a sudden, it's like, boom, like things are more clear. And now I can take action. Now I can move into action. And so every time you feel that stuckness or that plateau, go back, indulge, then go back. Don't get into the habit of indulging, because that's when we develop that Facebook scroll mentality, or we just kind of get stuck indulging and we make it a habit, right? So we don't want to do that, but it's okay to indulge once in a while. Sometimes you can even indulge or nourish your sacral chakra while you're doing something that you don't want to do. So if it's an action that you need to take that you don't want to take, but you know you have to take, so maybe it's your taxes, or maybe you don't like doing your marketing. It could be anything, right? That you don't enjoy doing. Go somewhere to do that activity that will feed that sacral chakra. So maybe go have a slice of cake at your local cafe while you are doing your taxes. For me, that's like chocolate cake. I mean, I don't want to have chocolate cake every single day, but every once in a while I will treat myself to a sliced chocolate cake, and I will feel super good about it. Like, I will not feel guilty. I won't make myself feel bad for it. It's good for you sometimes, right? Like, it's that part of you, that childlike essence in you that wants that indulgence. So remember, if you feel stuck, it doesn't mean you're stuck forever. It just means you kind of have to tweak things a little bit to get yourself back on track. The solar plexus is the place where manifestation begins to take form. So you're moving things from, like a dream, and you're starting to bring it up into reality. So this part of us is, it really needs to be strengthened, and we need to consistently make sure that we're balancing it so that we can always put our work out into the world and gracefully flow through it. So I hope you enjoyed these tips today. If you're feeling like I did a couple days ago, then this is my permission for you to go out and just indulge a little bit, and don't feel bad about it. Feeling bad about it is not going to help. So don't feel bad about indulging. Take a day off. It is totally okay. And trust that you will feel much clearer when you're done. Have fun.